All right, y'all. I want to talk to you about something different today. Um, I want to tell y'all the 2021-2022 NBA predictions. As we all know, season's going to kick off really, really soon in a couple of days. So, before it starts, I just want to tell y'all some of my predictions of what's going to happen this season. So, as I talk, you're going to be watching me canoeing, saving the baby ducks and bringing them back to their mother. So, I'm a nice person too. I always yell at the TV a lot, but I'm also a nice person. But I'm actually here to tell you about what's going to happen in the NBA, what I think is going to happen in the NBA. So, here we go. We're going to start off with the standings. We're going to start off with the Eastern standings. For the first seed for the East, I have the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, I know the Kyrie situation has been going on for a long time, but come on. When you have a guy like Kevin Durant and a guy like James Harden on your team, you already know you're going to make some noise in the East. So, yeah, they got the first seed. The second seed, I have the Milwaukee Bucks because they as we all know, they won a championship. But I just feel like the Nets, they might have that revenge season, and they might go up on top. But Milwaukee, they're still there. They're still there. They still got Giannis. They still got Middleton. They still got Drew Holiday. So yeah, Bucks might be a little behind Brooklyn. For the third seed, I have the Atlanta Hawks. And, I'm a Knicks fan, and I do not like Trae Young, and I don't like the Hawks. But if I see a good team, I have to give them props. The Atlanta Hawks, they have been in the conference finals last year, surprising everybody, proving them wrong. Even Trae Young, even though I hate him so much, he's proven a lot of people wrong. He actually has some talent, so I'll give him props even though I hate him. So, but the Hawks, they're going to end up in the third seed, and they're probably going to make some noise. For the fourth seed, I have the Knicks. That's my team. Now, people has been disrespecting the Knicks for a long time. I remember the disrespect. I remember the Dark Phil Jackson days, the Porzingis days. Like, oh my gosh. But I'm glad it's over. We got Julius Randle. You already know he's a superstar. We also got Kemba. We also got Evan Fournier. He's like a French Allen Houston. So, yeah, the Knicks, they got some good scoring on the team. And they may not look like a good defensive team, but you got Tom Thibodeau. And the thing about Tom Thibodeau is that he is an excellent defensive coach. So he'll help the players who are not really known as defenders. He'll help them become good defenders. So that's why I got the Knicks at number 4, because they can improve in a lot and they could play real well. For the fifth seed, I got the Chicago Bulls because, man, oh man, they had one hell of an offseason. They got Lonzo Ball. They got some perimeter defenders in Lonzo Ball, Alex Caruso. They got DeMar DeRozan, who's a really good scorer. And, of course, you got Zach LaVine. Of course, you got Vukovic. They got one hell of a team. Chicago's going to make some noise, surprise everybody. And, they got a bright future if they can keep their guys. They have a bright future. Miami Heat, 6th seed. The Heat would probably fall off a bit. I feel like, I don't know, their guys are getting old. Biyombo, probably not Biyombo, Adebayo. Why I say Biyombo? Adebayo probably might be the same guy. Like, he probably has the same stats. He won't improve. He won't go up or down. He was probably going to be like the same player. But Jimmy Butler, his stats probably going to go down as well. But they got Kyle Lowry, a good playmaker on the team. But Miami, I just felt like they're the same team, really. They just added an old-ass Kyle Lowry. But everything else is the same, really. the 76ers at the 7th seed. Now, we all know the Ben Simmons bullshit. Yeah, I get it. But even though Ben Simmons has been one of the most stressful NBA players in his generation, he's still going to try to work it out with the team. But I think they're going to end up in the 7th seed because, for one, they got Andre Drummond. Now, Andre Drummond and Joel Embiid had beef when Andre Drummond played for the Pistons. But now that they're teammates, I feel like it definitely won't work. Like yeah, their defense is there, but their offense is going to be a little junky again. The Boston Celtics at the 8th seed. The Celtics, to be honest with y'all, the Boston Celtics, they have got worse. They have got worse. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, of course, they're going to get better, but the team is going to get worse. So, yeah, Celtics, I have Celtics at 8. Number 9 is the Hornets. I feel like this is a play-in tournament, so, of course, LaMelo Ball, he's going to improve. You got Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward, Mason Plumlee, another good playmaking center. He could pass. But, yeah, they got some good players there. Washington Wizards, we all know they lost Westbrook, and they replaced Westbrook with Dinwiddie. They got Kuzma. They also got Hachimura. They got the Black and East nigga. And, of course, Bradley Beal. But I just feel like that team isn't enough to make it to playoffs. They're probably losing the play-in tournament. For the 11th seed, I got the Pacers. They ain't going to do much. I mean, I feel like Karis LeVert might actually do some work, but everyone else, I mean, it just won't be enough. 12th seed, I got Detroit. The Detroit Pistons, they have Kate Cunningham. He's really nice. But as you all know, the Pistons, they still have a lot of work to do. The Cavaliers at the 13. Not a lot of things to say. Colin Sexton's going to continue to be a 20 points per game scorer on a bad team. The Cavs, they're in big trouble. They have a lot of centers on that team. The Raptors are back to a trash team. I remember when they were the trash team earlier in the 2010s decade, but now they're back after winning that one championship. At least the Raptors won a championship before disaster struck, so Toronto is at 14. And last but not least, at the 15th spot is the Orlando Magic. Now, I have a problem with the Orlando Magic, okay? They have Jalen Suggs, Cole Anthony, and Markelle Fultz. How the fuck is that going to work? Like, now, that's 3 point guards, okay? That's 3 starting caliber point guards that I would just name there. Okay, I still believe in Markelle Fultz. Now, I know Fultz has been injured so much, but I still believe in him. He's still young. He's 23, I think, 24. So, yeah, Markelle. I feel like they're going to give up on Markelle. They might as well trade him somewhere, probably for Trey Burke. Maybe Markelle will be if Markelle's going to be a backup point guard, he's got to be a backup point guard on a good team like the Mavericks or something. I don't know. Trade him for Trey Burke and, I don't know, Willie Cauley-Stein, I guess. But, yeah. But that's the East. Now, we're going to move on to the West in a bit. But, man, I can't believe this season. I felt like this offseason was kind of fast, but I mean, it's not as fast as last offseason, but this offseason, it went quick. For me, it went quick. I know, a lot of y'all missed the NBA after like 5 days after the Bucks won the championship, but it's coming. It's coming fast, yo. I can't wait for it. Now on to the West. All right, now we're right on to the West now. Now the first seed might shock a lot of you, but for the first seed, I got the Phoenix Suns, and here's why. They made the finals for a reason. They have I felt like they've learned, like even after they lost the finals, I felt like they learned that they can be a way better team next season. And I believe that they can. I mean, they basically, they got the same players. They got JaVale McGee, even though he's like, I don't know, like 33 years old. Um, it's nice having a veteran big man on the team, on the Suns. So yeah, you got a veteran point guard in Chris Paul and a veteran center in JaVale McGee. I mean, JaVale, he won 3 championships, so he'll definitely help them with that. Um, but yeah, the Suns, I feel like they're gonna have a better season next season. They're gonna be the first seed. They're gonna shock everybody. And yeah, that's what I think the Phoenix Suns are gonna do, get that first seed. The second seed is the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, the reason why they're the second seed and not the first is because, if I want to be honest, I don't think this Lakers team is going to win the championship. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, oh, they got LeBron, Westbrook, Anthony Davis, Carmelo Anthony, Dwight Howard, DeAndre Jordan, Rajon Rondo. Look, I get it. They have all those big super teams. I get it. But those people, most of them are out there problems. And Westbrook, he's been turning the ball over a lot. I mean, Westbrook, don't get me wrong, Westbrook is a talented NBA player, but he turns the ball over a lot, and it hurts the team a lot. I mean, why do you think that, like, the majority of his seasons, he's been a first-round exit? Because he's been turning the ball over a lot, and he's kind of been, a little too aggressive sometimes, and it doesn't help. It doesn't really help. I know not being aggressive isn't part of Westbrook's game, but he has to get used to playing with LeBron, because once you play with LeBron, your stats will go down. But yeah, the Lakers, I got them in the second seed. They're gonna do pretty good. They're probably gonna have a kind of a rocky start, but a really good finish. And that's how LeBron teams are. They always have that rocky start, and then they just catch fire out of nowhere. The third seed, I got Utah. They had a pretty decent offseason. They picked up Hassan Whiteside, who I remember used to be so damn good with the Miami Heat, but ever since he left, he kind of fell off. But he'll be a good backup center for the team, another nice shot blocker from the bench. Rudy Gay, another veteran player. I remember, he's now teammates with Mike Conley again. Wow, they are teammates again. That's cool. I just noticed that. And of course, you got Donovan Mitchell. You got the Sixth Man of the Year from last year, Jordan Clarkson. Joe Ingles is still on the team. Royce O'Neal is still on the team. Rudy Gobert, he's been on the team since 2013. He's you already know what he can do. But yeah, the Jazz, I got them in third seed. I know it's kind of a downgrade from a first seed from last year, but Utah, they're still up there. For the fourth seed, this might surprise some of y'all, but for the fourth seed, I got the Golden State Warriors, especially with Klay Thompson coming back. The only problem I have with the Warriors is that I feel like they got a little too much small forwards on that team. You got Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody. You also have Andrew Wiggins, Otto Porter, Andre Iguodala, Damian Lee. I mean, those guys, they could all play the small forward position. I think I named like 6 of them. But yeah, the small forward, it might be a little too much small forward going on in the Bay. But really, it doesn't matter when you have Steph Curry and Klay Thompson on the team. I mean, they're going to make some noise. If Steph Curry can play so good this season like he did last season with Klay Thompson, no doubt they're going to be at least 4th seed. The 5th seed is the Mavericks. Now, I love the pickup of Moses Brown, and not a lot of fans know him, and it's because he's been playing real good with the OKC Thunder, and the OKC Thunder has not been on TV. But Moses Brown, I think he averaged like 8 points, 8 rebounds, and like a block, I think a block and a half with 21 minutes. 21 minutes. He's been doing that shit. So, yeah, Moses Brown, I think he's also 7'2". So you now have the Mavs now have 3 players who are over 7'2". Moses Brown, Porzingis, and Boban. What the fuck? But yeah, Moses Brown, I feel like he'll get a lot of good inside scoring from Luka Doncic. Great assist from Luka Doncic to Moses. I like that pickup. I think it'll help a lot, but I think the only weakness is they still haven't really figured out their perimeter defense, because Reggie Bullock, he's decent, but that's not the guy they need, to be honest. Okay, for the 6th seed, I got the Clippers. Now, I know Kawhi is going to be out probably for the whole season, but I can't believe the Clippers actually made the conference finals last year. I mean, after literally in the bubble, they have been ridiculed by blowing a 3-1 lead. But now that Doc Rivers is gone and Tyronn Lue took over, they have become a much better team. But due to the Kawhi Leonard injury, I feel like the Clippers might fall off real heavy to the 6th seed. But, Paul George, they still got him. Reggie Jackson's getting better, even though he's old as hell, like 30 years old. You also got some good players, Terrance Mann, Serge Ibaka, Marcus Morris. You got some good pieces there too. 7th seed is the Denver Nuggets. Another reason why they're down so low is Jamal Murray's injury. Now, just like Kawhi, I think Jamal Murray will be out for the whole season due to his gruesome injury from when he played with the Warriors last year. Nikola Jokic, he'll still be a good player, but I feel like Michael Porter Jr., this is his chance to step up, to be a star. This is the season for him. He'll be a good second best player for the team next year. I'm looking forward for some greatness from MPJ and Jokic this upcoming season. They'll just be at the 7th seed though, because they don't have Jamal Murray. Now, for the 8th seed, this might surprise a lot of you, but believe it or not, I think the Timberwolves will actually be the 8th seed and they will actually make the playoffs, because I feel like they're probably going to be the most slept on team. Seriously. So look, you got Karl Anthony Towns. He's been working out. He's been working on his game a lot, and he's trying to get better. Anthony Edwards is expecting to take that next level in the 2nd season. D'Angelo Russell is trying to get back to his Brooklyn Nets self. You also have Malik Beasley, who will probably his stats probably might go low. He'll probably average 15 points a game, but he'll still be a nice player from the bench. And of course, you got Patrick Beverly. Now, the thing about him is that, y'all know Patrick Beverly. He's a guy that you hate when he's not on your team, but when he's on your team, you'll love him. But, Patrick Beverly, I think he might be a big reason why the Timberwolves might make the playoffs. His defensive intensity, he's like he reminds me of a pirate. He's a dirty little pirate. He's a dirty little mosquito that won't go away. So, yeah, he'll help the Timberwolves make the playoffs. And, of course, Cat will surprise everybody. However, the Trailblazers, they are going down. Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, and the Blazers are the 9th seed. And I feel like they're just not. I just feel like they're not. I just feel like they're not doing anything. They haven't progressed in anything. I feel like they just got worse. They got rid of Melo to get Larry Nance Jr. Oh gosh, I feel bad for I like the Blazers, but if I gotta be honest, I felt like they fell off really hard. 10th seed, I got Memphis. John Morant, he will become an NBA All-Star this year. But I just feel like the Grizzlies probably have the same team, and it probably won't work out. They need some changes on their team. But who knows? Maybe they could, surprise people. But I got Grizzlies at the 10th seed. 11th seed, I got Sacramento Kings. De'Aaron Fox, just like Ja, I think De'Aaron might make his first All-Star appearance. And it deservedly so, because this motherfucker's crazy. Of course, you got guys. Tyrese Halliburton, he'll be nice. Buddy Hield, he's still nice. Marvin Bagley, I don't know. Rashawn Holmes is pretty decent. Davion Mitchell, I'm expecting like a Patrick Beverly type of player for him. He's like a Patrick Beverly player. I think the only problem is Luke Walton. Luke Walton he's not the best coach in the world, I'll tell you that. For the 12th seed, I got the Houston Rockets. Of course, I got Jalen Green, who a lot of people say he's like the next Kobe Bryant, but I don't know about that. But Jalen Green, he's nice. Christian Wood, hopefully he'll still be a good player, even with all the future stars on the team like Kevin Porter Jr. They still got John Wall somehow. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work with John Wall, Jalen Green, and Kevin Porter Jr. They'll figure it out, though. But the Thunder, I got the Thunder at the 13th spot. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander might be an all-star, I'm not sure. But the team don't look good. But who knows? Maybe the Thunder can get a good draft pick, and maybe they could make some noise next season, probably be like the 10th seed. But for this season, this is another tanking season for the Thunder, and I'm pretty sure they're cool with it because they have a lot of draft picks, and their future might be looking bright. At least that's what they think. So, yeah, the 13th seed for the Thunder. 14th is the New Orleans Pelicans. Zion, I heard he got injured. And I mean, to be honest with y'all, the Pelicans, they're fucked. They're completely fucked. Zion will not be happy on that team. I mean, the team looks atrocious. I mean, Devontae Graham, I mean, he's nice, but he was only nice for like that one season. And he just straight up fell off. I guess the only good player to have besides Ingram and Zion is Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I feel like he's going to be pretty nice, but even his stats won't be enough for the Pelicans to even go above the 13th spot. And last but not least, I have the San Antonio Spurs at dead motherfucking last. We all know for the last 2 decades when they had Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Kawhi Leonard. I can even go back to the 2000s when they had Bruce Bowen. They were the winningest team for the last 20 years. They had 50 wins every year, but now is like, what the fuck? I mean, the team just exploded, but it was only a matter of time before that happened. So the Spurs going to be dead last, and I think this will be Greg Popovich's last year of coaching because he really needs top coaching. All right. Last but not least, we got the awards of the 2021-2022 season. These are my predictions. So if anyone says, "Oh, it's not him," because it's my predictions, not yours. Okay, so relax. All right. So, Coach of the Year awards. I got Monty Williams for Phoenix. Now I would say the coach of the Timberwolves, but I feel like since I put them as the 8th seed, I feel like that's a little too low for any coach to be coach of the year from that seed. So But I got Monty Williams because, remember, he brought the Suns from one of the worst teams in the last decade to already NBA Finals. And if he could do it for the second straight time, or at least make like that conference finals again, he could actually be coach of the year. But yeah, Monty Williams, he really deserves to be a coach of the year. He could have deserved it last year, but he's definitely going to get it this year for sure. But Thibs, he had to get that coach of the year. That was well deserved. But speaking of the Knicks, sixth man of the year, Derrick Rose. Yes, Derrick Rose. As you all know, Derrick Rose kind of got back to his all-star form last playoffs. I think he averaged like 20-something points, like 19 points a game in the playoffs. But he was really nice. He was really nice in the playoffs. And I think he'll be a nice player from the bench. Especially having a lot of good scorers. I think Derrick Rose will help us a lot in scoring. Like once our starters are resting, like on the bench for like 5 minutes, here come Derrick Rose, making sure we're still up on top. So yeah, that's some six-man energy. Derrick Rose definitely gonna win that six-man of the year. Most improved player, I have Terrance Mann. Okay, now let's all be honest. The only reason why Terrance Mann is going to get a lot of minutes this season is because of Kawhi's injury. But Terrance Mann, he has been nice. I mean, he scored 39 points against the Jazz to put the Clippers to the conference finals for the first time in franchise history. But with Kawhi's injury, Terrance Mann is going to kind of replace him for this season. But he's going to be nice. He's going to be really nice. Terrance Mann is gonna average like, I don't know, 15 points maybe. But yeah, he's gonna be a really good player. I think he's gonna start too. So yeah, Terrance Mann, he's gonna win most improved player. Defensive player of the year, I don't know, it's kind of tough. But I got Giannis again because, why not? He's a good defender. Even though he doesn't have like big defensive numbers for the last 2 years, numbers don't really mean shit. It's how good you are on defense. Like if you can actually make sure the guy doesn't score points. And Giannis does that real well. I mean, he's working on his game every single year. He's like Goku. The older he gets, the stronger he is. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's Giannis. Rookie of the year, Jalen Green. Now I don't know much about the rookies this year, but I heard a lot about Jalen Green, and I've seen him play. I think it was against, who are they playing against? I saw them on ESPN, but they have been, Jalen Green, he has been good. I like him. Of course, he needs to work on some of his stuff, but that's all rookies need to do. They just need to work on their game a little more. But Jalen Green, he has what it takes. He's going to be a star in the league, and he's going to win Rookie of the Year. The MVP of the 2022 NBA season, I think it's going to be Kevin Durant. Yes, Kevin fucking Durant. I mean, I don't have to say anything. The man is just great. ESPN put him at number 1. I think he's going to be MVP. And, yeah. And the NBA champions are the Brooklyn Nets because even though Kyrie is kind of having some difficulties, I mean, if you have, like I said, if you have KD and James Harden, then you might as well give them the championship already. But yeah, that's my predictions of the 2021 and 22 season. Now, let me know what you guys think of my predictions. I'm going to show y'all. I wrote it on paper, so I'm going to show y'all what I wrote from my predictions so y'all will know. But anyways, I'm out, and I'll make a video later today. So yeah, I'm out.